Our region's business is sponsored by PNC for the achiever in you.
In terms of employment, our region outperformed much of the nation through the Great Recession and beyond. Not only is the jobless rate lower here than the national average, there are open jobs that employers can't even fill. In fact, there are more than 25,000 open jobs listed on imaginepittsburgh.com. At the same time, not everybody who wants a job can find one, especially when it comes to people with disabilities. To address the gap, Allegheny County and the Allegheny Conference on Community Development are teaming up to present a Disability Employment Summit October 13 to 15 in Pittsburgh. A number of major Pittsburgh employers have stepped up to sponsor the event and to mentor people with disabilities. Amanda Snow is an assistant vice president and diversity strategist with PNC, which is one of the sponsoring employers. And welcome, good to have you here.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, so how'd this come about?
So last October, a group of individuals came together, Rich Fitzgerald, David Shapira, and Bill Demchek.
So Rich Fitzgerald, Allegheny County executive, David Shapira's Giant Eagle, Bill Demchek's your boss, right? PNC
yes,
CEO.
Yeah. PNC CEO, co-hosted a summit for leaders in the county, corporate organizations, community advocates, to really get together to really talk about an opportunity to renew focus around the people with disabilities, specifically around employing them within the region. So it was a great opportunity for us to talk about various issues that are addressed within the region, an opportunity to really focus on how to employ more people with disabilities throughout this region.
Well, I understand there's a pretty big gap. When we talk about the unemployment rate, I think it's 6% or so around Pittsburgh right now, maybe a little less than that. With people with disabilities, it's a lot worse.
It's a lot more. It's a huge untapped resource of talent that's out there. With all the jobs that are available here, it's an opportunity for this region to really connect with the disability community, really try to help educate and make them become more aware of the opportunities that are available at their fingertips. But I think it takes time for the employers to get to know them to get to know the employers, and part of the summit will be able to do that. So we also realized that this year Pittsburgh is being recognized by the AAPD.
The AAPD is?
American Association of People with Disabilities.
Okay.
It's the largest disability advocate organization out there nationwide. And we are being hosted, Pittsburgh, as the national city for their annual National Mentoring Day. So it's a great honor for Pittsburgh, and through that honor, through the summit back in October, it was just a great opportunity to think, what would we do next? And this October, since it's going to be happening this year, that Pittsburgh's going to be recognized, we decided to launch a disability summit in addition to being recognized as the AAPD mentoring city.
So it's a two-day thing, basically. I guess there's an opening reception the night before the first big day. But so some of this is really directed at employers.
Yes.
And how you do a better job of sort of identifying these people and bringing them on board?
That is correct. So we are bringing resources both locally and nationally together. Organizations like National Organization on Disabilities, the AAPD, USBLN are three key leaders within the disability community about also to connect individuals with disabilities, but also help organizations and corporations out there figure out how to connect with that community better. So it will be a morning session that will be around bringing best practices, learning about resources in the overall region, national resources, as well as opportunities for employers to connect, to kind of share what's worked, what hasn't, within targeting and attracting this particular community to the workforce.
Yeah, and it's clearly, I mean, in PNC, they've got you on the case and other folks. This is something that this corporation feels is very important. Why? I mean, why is this a population that you think is worth taking a look at and trying to bring on board?
It's a strategic investment into our community. As you mentioned before, the unemployment rate is pretty high in this area. The unemployment rate for disabilities is quite large overall. And so it's an opportunity for PNC, but all the corporations in Pittsburgh to get together to really address an issue that is apparent in this region with all the jobs available. There's a great untapped talent out there within the disability community that this summit could bring those two areas together.
And so if you want to get involved, find out more about it, how do they plug into this?
So through the support of the Allegheny Conference, as well as the County Executive Office, we have developed a website which is hosted on the AlleghenyConference.org /Disability Employment Summit. So there's information out there on the web. You're able to register. You're able to learn about the morning session, which is really focused around corporations, as well as the afternoon session, which is focused around individuals with disabilities and connecting with the actual corporations that are here in the region that are interested in hiring them.
Well, it's exciting. So a real opportunity and potentially to make some matches
Yes,
coming
I'm
up in
hoping.
October,
We're really,
right?
really hoping that we're going to make some matches overall, and we'll help support this community find opportunities and career paths.
Well, it's terrific. Great to see PNC step up and get this going, along with the support from Giant Eagle and all these other corporations. Hopefully it'll do a lot of good for a lot of people.
We are really hoping, and we're really excited for the upcoming events.
All right, Amanda Snow from PNC, thanks so much.
Thank you very
Appreciate it.
much for having me.
And we'll be back in a minute with a little dollars and cents. Stay with us.